Well, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough to be doing it too, I'm Bushka on Blitz, and today we're going to be having a look at a very special tank, one that is very, very often in my thoughts, hopes, and prayers. This is the T30, the Tier 9 American Turreted TD. This is a Patreon-sponsored post, by the way. We are continuing to churn out the content, and if you haven't wondered already why there's a video going up every day, it's because I took some time off work. I'm trying to turn this into basically a full-time gig, seeing if we can get enough humans on board on the sponsorship and the ad revenue and all the other kinds of crazy things to keep producing a video like this every single day of the week. So let's see what we can do. The link is there if you want to sponsor the Tank Magic. The T30. The way the game defines tank destroyers is quite odd. It's basically any tank that runs the big gun that'll blow a tank up as a tank destroyer. But you can't think of the T30 like you would a traditional TD, an accurate long-range gun that you're going to snipe with and all that. It's not. It's got a massive big gun on it with massive big penetration numbers on it, but it is a heavy tank. In the essence of the heavy tank in this game, it's got a big turret like a T29 or a T34 or a T32. And that turret is nearly impenetrable. It's got a weak point right on the top, but for all intents and purposes, you've got a super strong, super bouncy turret on a reasonably mobile chassis with a gun that has hilarious amounts of penetration and damage. And you want to play it like the ultimate peekaboo heavy. Why? Because what you want to do is you want to trade shots. One shot for one shot. And you want to trade your one shot that's going to do about 640 alpha for their one shot that's going to do about 190 damage. And you want to do that one shot at a time. That is peekaboo. And basically, in its true essence, you want to trade a shot without actually taking any damage back. This gun does 640 alpha. It has 276 millimeters of pen on its AP rounds and 320 on its APCR. It has a 0.39 dispersion and a 3-second aim time. It is most effective up close like this. Now you can see we bounced that shot from that Centurion 1 and we hit him for 600 odd damage. And we've pulled back. And because we've got good gun depression and we've got a turret that's really hard to hit and there's tanks around us, he's in a tough spot. He can't just walk up and shoot us. We're peekabooming. We're basically trading off shots. Now, he moved forward and he got one back, and this is not an exact science, but you're wanting to limit yourself to very, very minimal opportunities of taking damage and maximize. It's hard to miss at that range. You got a 0.39 dispersion gun and a 3-second aim time. You're going to run gun lane drive, vents, and rammer, but it's really hard to miss at that range, and that's the key. And in that little engagement, we've taken about, 300 odd damage? 300 something damage? We've given 1,200 damage. Those are the ruthlessly effective numbers that run in World of Tanks, and we're angling the glaciers, upper glaciers there severely. That's what you want to be doing with this thing. You can snipe with it on occasion, but the fact that it has a turret and it's got such massive pen numbers and it's got such brutally effective alpha means that it's really, really easy to set shots up. If you didn't have any gun depression at all, it might be a bit tough, but you do. So the fact of the matter is that you can put yourself in positions with a massive big tank destroyer style gun that the T95 or the Jagdtiger can't. And all these things make it very difficult for those tanks to get shots off. And it's one of the reasons why quite often those tanks do hang at the back. Because when you're a non-turreted TD, you don't have the convenience of just setting up a shot and then moving forward with your tracks and pulling back while your turret, which is really well armored, is actually facing in a different direction to your chassis. And that's why this tank, for all intents and purposes, is a heavy tank. And that means you can sidescrape with this tank. You can set the tracks up in a direct line with that wall so that all this T54 ahead of me can see is basically track and 300mm odd penetration area of my turret, which is not going to get penned, and we smash him, absolutely smash him, with 272mm of penetration on our AP. Now, The tank is not super mobile. What it is a great vehicle for setting up shots. You want to find, look, I keep going places where they can't shoot my lower glacis and they can only see this massive big tadpole-like turret which spouts out 640 alpha damage with huge pen numbers. Like, stop me if you don't get this. If you play this like a TD, if you play it, not, I don't want to say, because I'm not super aggressive with it, but I play it like a heavy tank. I put it up in the front line and it wreaks havoc. Don't get isolated in it, obviously, because it is a tank that is very prone to being circle of death by super quick and super agile mediums or light tanks, because it is not super mobile. It's only got 21 degrees of traverse on its tracks and 16 degrees of traverse on its turret. So it's more about setting the shot up than anything else. And you've got massive caliber HE. You can see I'm hull down again. All that AT-15 can see is my turret, and he's not going to pen it. We just hit him with a HE round, and it does the last 124, no problems whatsoever. Because the gun is massive. It's a 155mm gun, which means that the caliber of your HE shell is just massive. You're going to do huge splash damage with this all the time. So carry a bit of HE with things like this, because you will find tanks like the Leopard PTA, the Leopard 1, the parts of the STB, the Type 61, the RU251, when you see it. The backs of American tanks. There are so many opportunities with this tank to use good HE tactics and fill these kind of tanks up with 900 odd damage shots. And you've only got 3.52 rounds per minute, so you're not going to be doing a hell of a lot of DPM. This is peekaboo. And it's one of the reasons why tanks work despite the DPM. The E50M, I have a lovely time in that gun, with that gun and that tank, and it's got the lowest DPM of any of the tier 10 mediums. But it's got other things going for it that you can utilize. And you can fall into the trap. It's very hard to apply some damage per minute. Unless you have great mobility, great gun depression, all those kind of things, it can be hard to apply DPM. But tanks like this, it's very, very simpler to apply it, because you can set the shot up and you can like just smash through the front of tier 9 heavy tanks without using anything but APCR. I want to show you, this is a trap. Don't do this. You can overextend. You don't need to go so far. You've got such a strong turret. I could have stopped it right there and that would have got me the shot on the M103. But because I pushed up and the M103 has pretty solid gun handling, he's able to hit the very, very top of my upper glacis and pen me. That is something you've got to watch out for. When you're going hull down in this tank, don't expose the chassis. The chassis, for the type of tanks you're going up against, is made of glass for all intents and purposes. But spots like this on the left flank of Oasis Palms are gold for this tank. You can see I've got the chassis angled there, so they're going to hit a lot of track or very, very steep upper glacis if they do hit anything at all. That tortoise over there, we're going to use AP. We're going to take our time and we're going to put it straight. Look at how many options there are to hit with that tortoise. And he's trying to hit below with me a really accurate gun, and there's just nothing on there for him. Again, I'm not at the back. I'm right up in the front line, and I've got the tools to do the job up in the front line. I found a really lovely place where I can hull down. I'm keeping an eye on the rest of the map. You can see that I'm really wary about what's going on around me on the left hand and the right hand side. And I'm going to again use that old HE. Don't get the chance to put it in there. And we're moving up now and flanking behind. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go hull down. There's a nice little hill here. You've got the gun depression. I'm going to angle the chassis so that it's difficult to hit. And then I'm going to shoot directly into the backsides of these tanks here. Now, they've seen that I'm coming around. They're worried about it. They're turning to me because this is the kind of gun that will do it. That will make people really pay attention. We get a nice shot into that IS-3 Defender. And the M103 can't do anything else but hit my turret here. As I said, we're hull down and we come up, AP again, straight through him, smacked him. What a simple tank, what a simple concept. If you play this tank like this, go with the heavies, go with the mediums, don't go alone. 4 or 5 shots will get you 4K every time. It's, you know, I mean not 4 or 5, 6 shots will get you your 4K or thereabouts every time. And if you can get 6 shots in a game with this tank, your team will win an awful lot. I think this one's about 72 odd percent, 2.5k damage average. It could probably be a little bit higher in the damage stakes, but I played this and I play the T110E4 just like it, and I think they are fantastic heavy tanks. Don't fall into the trap of playing them like an Object 704 or even an FV215B 183, because you've got the armor to be up in the front line if you know your positional play. And the positional play is finding hull down spots and strong points where you can put big ass shots into the enemy without taking big ass shots back. You do have a weak spot on the top of the turret which can be exploited, so when you are hull down, don't just sit there like a rock. Keep moving backwards and forwards. Try and make it as difficult for them to hit as possible. There are weak spots if you turn your turret slightly to the left or the right that big high pen tier X guns can take advantage of, or anything that can get a 330, 340 millimeters a pen like an M103's heat or a T54's heat can get through those if you angle a little bit too much on your turret, so be wary of that. But look, overall, this is a fantastic tank. It's just a testament to the uniqueness of the game that you can have guns that do 3.5 rounds per minute and have, you know, sub 2.5k damage per minute versus like a T54 or something, and you can still come out on top because there's mechanics that you can utilize and exploit to have a really unfair advantage. You've got to find this out with most of your tanks. Every tank has its sweet spot and it has things that it's really good at doing. Well, not every tank, but most of them do. And if you just play one style, you're going to miss that. I'm a real gun depression player. It's one of the things that I'll take to the grave with me. I love gun depression and I love exploiting it. And there's more opportunities to do that in this map, in these maps, than most people realize. So get your tank out there, and if it's got decent gun depression and it's got a whole lot of other things going for it, use them. Don't sit at the back with a big blunderbuss that can't hit the side of a barn, that just letting yourself be trolled. Get up in the front line, get hull down, and unleash Hell Maximus, because that's how you're going to get some fun out of this T30. Anyway, I'm Bushka on Blitz. It's been lovely talking to you. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll all be better for it. Stay safe on the battlefield, humans. Until next time, bye for now.